You are listening to WTUZ Radio Podcast. Welcome to WTUZ Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Rhonda, and today's topic, this is a follow-up on the series that we are doing with Gateway to a New Economy. Over the last couple of episodes in this series, I have been giving you all follow-ups on the digital currency, i.e. cryptocurrencies, that are being implemented around the world. Okay, so last week, we talked about India, the nation India, implementing their digital currency, going for their digital wallet, their equivalent to the Federal Reserve over here in the United States, i.e. central bank, issued out their media publication that they are going digital and introduce a digital mobile wallet. Okay, so it appears that the Bank of England, the central bank, so the banks for England, Bank of England is also going digital. I saw this story come out a couple days ago, but it appears they kind of did their notice to the public as well, either the same day or one day after India did its notification. Okay, so shout out to Brother Odell. I know you'll find this interesting, Brother Odell, that the Bank of England is issuing to the public notification that they are going digital. Okay, so just to remind everyone, the purpose of this particular series that we're doing, Gateway to a New Economy, is to give the family some insight in what is going to occur for the future economy. Okay, specifically how the world economy will move from a paper currency, okay, flowing of the current, to a digital / ether based economy. Okay, we have been telling you all over the last couple years that digital currency was coming, and now it is here. Okay, so expect to see them physically start rolling out digital currencies, i.e. cryptocurrencies, around the world. 2023. I suspect that by 2024, they will have any particular nation attached to a central bank, which most nations are attached to a central bank, will be rolled onto a digital currency, i.e. cryptocurrency. Okay, so this particular article came from Central Banking News Desk. Bank of England tenders for CBDC mobile wallet. Okay, the Bank of England is seeking a third-party supplier to develop a mobile wallet for central bank digital currency. The BOE has not confirmed its plans to issue a CBDC and says it will not provide its own CBDC wallet to the public, even if it does proceed with issuance. And I'm telling you, they are going to proceed with issuance. It's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Okay. To provide the wallet, to be honest, is kind of the last step in the process. All right. Because we also know that there was a joint venture between the Banking of International Settlements, the BIS, and the central banks around the world. They already tested the digital currency system. So it's already been tested behind the scenes. They've already tested transactions. Okay, so now they are going into the next phase, which is going to be issuing this publicly. So meaning public transactions will run through digital currency, which would mean a replacing of all paper currency. So in this case of Bank of England, it would be the pound. But it launched a tender to learn more about the end-to-end user journey and sharpen functional requirements for both the bank and the private sector. All right. Okay. So that's all they had on this. I don't know why they. Oh yeah, I'm not doing all of that. I guess I would have to start the trial to get deeper into the article. Okay. So I just wanted to give you all insight into that. Okay. And so this is another website that also spoke on the information of the Bank of England doing a digital currency. The central bank is budgeting nearly 255, I don't know if that's in pounds or dollars, to develop a central bank digital currency sample wallet. Okay, so that means they're doing a pilot that could execute basic functions such as a transactional and payment request. All right. So I'm going to play this article, but I do want to also talk about the fact that India has already, not only India, but China also, because I think China did about 1 million plus of digital wallet transactions, and they're already currently using the system. They have a large pilot, or i.e. testing, right? So China's already proven this concept, that the concept works for digital currency, all right? India has pretty much also proven it. They've gone full speed ahead and implemented their wallet as well. So the Bank of England is not too far behind as well. Okay, so let's take a listen to this article, and then we'll come back. Hopefully it's going to play this article, but if not, I'll read it. But
Bank of England opens applications for proof of concept CBDC wallet. The Bank of England, BOE, is seeking a proof of concept for a wallet that will be able to hold a central bank digital currency, CBDC. On December 9th, the BOE posted a request for applications on the United Kingdom government's digital marketplace, a service where government organizations can solicit work for digital projects. Simple guidelines for what the proof of concept wallet would have to achieve were outlined, with the wallet seemingly only needing to offer basic functionality such as a sign-up process, a way to update details, and show balances and transactions amongst other requirements such as displaying notifications. Of course, the wallet also has to demonstrate it can be loaded and unloaded with a CBDC, along with being able to request peer-to-peer payments through an account ID or QR code, and can be used to pay online with businesses. Key deliverables for the project are to create a mobile app for iOS and Android, a website for the wallet, an example merchant website, and the back-end infrastructure to serve the wallet website and apps while also storing user data and transaction history. No work has been done on a CBDC sample wallet, the bank said, and it will not develop a user wallet itself. The stated aims of the project are to explore the end-to-end user journey as the BOE seeks to sharpen functional requirements for both the bank and private sector, along with making the CBDC product more tangible for internal and external stakeholders. A budget of $244,500, or 200,000 British pounds, for an expected 5-month project was set for the proof of concept, with the BOE slated to evaluate 5 suppliers. There were no applications at the time of writing. Related, Spain's central bank to experiment with wholesale CBDCs. The BOE has previously stated it is seeking to launch a CBDC by at least 2030. The sample wallet is supportive of the BOE's work as part of Project Rosalind, a joint experiment it's carrying out with the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, innovation hub aimed at creating prototypes of an application programming interface, API, for a CBDC. The proof of concept wallet will also be test implemented with the Rosalind API. On December 9th, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Jeremy Hunt, shared a number of reforms to Britain's financial services sector, which included consulting on proposals for the establishment of a CBDC.
Okay, fam. So there you have it. Just as I discussed, the Bank of England is doing a quote proof of concept, right? So when you see proof of concept, it's almost like a prototype, and they're going to test it. But I'm already here to tell you they already know that it's going to work because China has already proven that it works with 1 million plus transactions. You also have India that has proven that it works. And in both of those cases, they have linked the individual person / consumer's bank account with this digital currency to run / execute transactions. Okay, so I'm just going to say that again so we understand what's going on. China and India have already proven that digital currency, i.e. cryptocurrency, can be integrated into everyday bank accounts, okay? So the public bank accounts, all right, to do transactions, okay? So this proof of concept with the Bank of England, because it's the same worldwide system as far as the BIS, the international settlement, how transactions are settled. It's the same technology system around the world, all right? So if it worked for China, it worked for India. We know it's going to work for the Bank of England, all right? So consider this, again, disclosure to the public that digital currency is coming, all right? And this means the replacement of physical cash with digital, okay? All right, so I think that's it. I just wanted to really quick show you that this is from the Bank of England's official website, UK Central Bank digital currency. We are looking carefully at how a UK central bank digital currency, CBDC, might work, but we have not made the decision to introduce one. And I'm telling you, the decision has already been made, okay? Consider all of this disclosure, all right? I just want to really quick, we'll go through their example. How might a UK central bank digital currency work? We already produce digital currency for banks and some other financial institutions to use. These are known as reserves, but we could produce a digital currency that everyone could use. If we issue a UK digital currency, it would be in denomination of pounds, sterlings. For example, 10 pounds of a UK digital currency would always be worth the same as a 10-pound note. You will be able to use it to pay things digitally. For example, you could transfer an amount of it to make a payment to someone. CBDC is sometimes thought of as equivalent to a digital banknote, although in some respects it may have as much in common with a bank deposit. Any UK CBDC would work alongside, not replace cash and bank deposits. Okay, and I'm telling you that it is going to replace cash. All right, I'm telling you it is. Okay, now they may run physical cash along with the new CBDC for maybe a year or two, 5 at the most, but I am telling you it's going to replace cash. We will continue to provide cash for as long as the public still wants it. Yeah, right. Okay, tell that to us in the U.S. when they started scaling back on actual physical change. And I was just in a store the other day, and they were still kind of saying that there's a shortage on coins. Okay, so it's not about what the public wants regarding that paper currency. This switch over to digital banking is basically to gain more control over the public's finances. So in other words, no more hiding money under your mattress. Okay? And then the esoteric flip side of it is, because the energy of the planet is changing to air, ether, how they want to control finances on the planet must also change. Okay, so why is the Bank of England considering a CBDC? We are considering a central bank digital currency, CBDC, because the way people are choosing to pay for things is changing. Financial technologies, fintech, okay, and shout out to the people in the comment that put me up on game, that fintech, because those that has been following the crypto space for a couple of years, we've definitely been hearing the name fintech around the scenes as being a major player and helping develop the technology, the platforms. And I did not know that fintech is really an AT&T company. So shout out to you all for that. Okay, so this is a big deal, fam. Financial technology fintech firms have started to offer new forms of money and new ways to pay. People are using cash less. These changes means new opportunity and risk that we need to plan for. We have always looked for new ways to improve our money and payment services. For example, we now use polymer notes because they are harder to counterfeit than paper ones and they last longer. And we're using the latest technology to rebuild the payment infrastructure that we offer to banks and other institutions. Okay. And so, in other words, all they're saying here is, number one, they're just trying to justify why they're going to digital currency. And then number two, when they talk about payment infrastructure, that means the actual technology to do financial transactions, that has to change anyway. And what I'm telling you is the system is already built. They already tested it. They gave us the results of that test, and it was a worldwide test, and all central banks around the world were involved, and the Bank of England is no different. It is now time to look further ahead. We are examining the possibility of a CBDC for the UK alongside our physical notes so we can make sure we are ready for the future. Will the Bank of England introduce a CBDC? We are looking carefully at the case for a digital currency for the UK, but we haven't decided yet whether to introduce one or not. I am telling you, it's already been decided. We are looking at what it might mean if we did and how it could work in practice. Together with the Treasury, I don't know what the HM Treasury, I don't know what HM stands for. We set up a central bank digital currency task force to oversee this work. We are also working closely with other public authorities. In June 2021, we set out our thinking on the possible opportunity and risk it could bring in our discussion paper on new forms of digital money. In November 2021, together with the HM Treasury, we set out the next step for a UK CBDC. The next steps include a consultation in 2022 to help us assess the case for a UK CBDC. It will also look at the merits of doing more work to develop an operational and technology model for one. Okay, who is the Bank of England engaging with on a CBDC? We are speaking to businesses and communities to find out the impact a CBDC would have on them. We are also working with the international partners and organizations. For example, we are working with the Bank for International Settlements, and we are working with financial ministry, and central banks in other countries. In March 2020, we published a paper on CBDC. This outlines one possible approach to the design of a central bank digital currency. We sought feedback from the payments industry, academians, and other interested parties. Okay, so CBDC Engagement Forum. The CBDC Engagement Forum looks at all aspects of a central bank digital currency, apart from the technology it might use. The forum helps us to understand the practical challenges of design, implementing, and operating a CBDC, which includes how a currency will be used, functional needs of users, the role of public and private sectors, financial and digital inclusion, data and privacy implications. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to go through the rest of this. I think you all get the gist of it. And this is coming directly from the Bank of England. All right. So there you have it, family. You have the UK now reaching out to technology companies to build a digital wallet, okay, for use for the public. All right. So again, get ready in 2023 to see more announcements from nations around the world, either saying they're doing a pilot or proof of concept of a digital currency / digital wallet for public use, or giving the announcement of a full-fledged use. Okay, so I hope you all got some use out of this. If you are not familiar with the series that we did or we are doing, it's more than likely we're going to continue this Gateway to a New Economy series in 2023. I highly encourage you to check out that series. We were pretty accurate in our predictions for what was going to happen in 2022. All right. So I wish everyone well. I want to thank everyone for your support. This is Rhonda with WTUZ Radio Podcast. Peace and love, family.
What?